Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is me, Liz, with Sneak Peeks Tarot. This reading here is for Taurus for February 2018, two-way path reading. Okay, guys? If you're a subscriber, thank you for coming back, guys. If you're not, subscribe, hit the like, hit the alarm so you get my latest videos. As always, follow your own intuition in any situation. And please check out your moon and rising signs also, okay, guys? So let me run down on this real quick. This is your main situation, all right, guys? This is your main situation advice. This is your first path. It consists of 3 cards and a clarifier at the end. This is your second path. Once again, 3 cards and a clarifier at the end. Behind your main situation and your advice for your situation, there are clarifiers. And this is the advice for your first path, advice for second path, okay, guys? At the end, I will give you an outcome card for your first path, and I will give you an outcome card for your second path, okay, guys? So let's just jump right in, all right, Taurus? So the first card we got for Taurus is the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups talks about being nostalgic. That means going back, thinking about old memories, maybe childhood memories, childhood friendships. It can also talk about somebody from the past coming back, like an old boyfriend or an old girlfriend, an old lover. You know what I mean? Depending who you are, okay? It also talks about healing your inner child, okay? Especially if you grew up and you know, had a little bit of struggles growing up on going within your own feelings and, you know, finding ways of healing those emotions and knowing where they're coming from and why you feel this way about certain things in your life when you are an adult compared to the things that happened to you when you was a child, okay? So the majority message on the Six of Cups is the past, and the past is affecting you now, okay, Taurus? So let's find out what's going on with the past. Okay, you can still see the card. Whoa. Okay, that's good. All right, so for the first path, we got the High Priestess, and the High Priestess talks about, you know, going within and finding answers within and things that are not clear to you now that being veiled to you. They can talk about secrets. They can talk about higher learning, you know, learning about occult stuff, astrology, somebody in a university, okay? But when I got the High Priestess right now and I looked at the Six of Cups, it talks about, you know, really dwelling in past thoughts and memories about something that you really don't talk about. If you look at this picture, the High Priestess, she's like shoulders deep in water, so she's really deep in her thoughts, in her emotions, dwelling in the past of the things that happened to her or him in the past, okay? You know, keeping it general, okay? So yeah, the High Priestess really talks about that, about going like deep into your deep subconscious, into those deep thoughts, those deep feelings, okay? And unveiling those emotions and bringing them forward to the forefront, to the conscious level, okay, guys? So you really want to like dive deep into your emotions, into your thoughts, and bring all that stuff that you keep in that subconscious level hidden inside you to the, you know, up front right now, because it's what's affecting you right now, okay, guys? All right, so the second card we got for the first path is the Death card. Is another major arcana. Like the High Priestess is a major arcana, so is the Death card. So these are really strong cards, you know, to bring a message across to you. And it's talking about the ending of a negative situation, okay? Ending of a toxic situation. It could have been a toxic relationship. The Death card is a major arcana. It's the card for Scorpio. So you could also be dealing with a Scorpion from your past, a Scorpio from your past. And, you know, you're in your thoughts about this Scorpio from the past, and you're trying to figure out how you really feel about this Scorpio from the past, okay, guys? A Scorpio is a water sign, and they're very intuitive. They're part of that intuitive, emotional sign. They can be very intuitive at times, but Scorpios are also very truth, and, you know, they're very sharp, you know, when the only time they attack is when you corner them and make them feel attacked, because they strike quick. But besides that, Scorpios are very outgoing, okay? Excuse me. Also about the death card, in releasing, you could be ending a cycle, that, you could be ending just something like, you could be in the same book, but just turning the page, ending the negative part of that book, or that ending the negative part of a relationship, but still being in that same relationship to be able to start something new. Okay, so let's see what we got for the third card. For the third card, we got the Empress. Just the Empress, just like I said. Sometimes when we think about the past, we try to really find out. This is really being sure and following your intuition, your heart, about how you really feel about somebody from your past. And like I said, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, but it's telling me how, ending the negative thoughts of the past part of that relationship, and being able to give birth to something new or create something new in the future in the same relationship. Okay, guys? So it could be because we're still talking about somebody that's already in your life, somebody you already know, somebody from the past. So you're probably either ending the toxic part of a relationship to be able to create something new and better, or you're getting out of a toxic relationship to and leaving that person in the past, even though you've been thinking about how you left. But, because this can also be somebody that found out they were pregnant, or maybe have a girlfriend that could be pregnant too. Not all people, maybe a small percent of you. And that person now wanted to be in a negative relationship to raise their family, and them walking away with their kids or something. Or, because you do got the Six of Cups, so kids are involved, in other words. And, getting out of a toxic situation to create something more nurturing and beautiful for your family, for your children, all right? Another thing I see here is with the Six of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Death card, is going within yourself to heal your inner child, the stuff you felt when you was a child, okay? And being able to heal those wounds, and really understand where those emotions are coming from within you, those hidden feelings, those deep, dark feelings. This can even be secrets, but these are the deep feelings about how you feel about something, about your childhood. For some of you, y'all probably had a hard childhood, and y'all really need to let go of that. It no longer serves you for your future, but it's hindering you in your future because you haven't learned to let go of those emotions. In order to let go of those emotions, you need to reawaken them and address them, basically, okay? And really go within yourself and understand those emotions and those feelings that are lying in the subconscious level of your mind, okay, guys? So that's what my Taurus is for some of my Tauruses. For other my Tauruses, they could be literally ending a old toxic relationship because they want to create, they jumping into a new more nurturing relationship, okay, guys? So they can be in between people. With the High Priestess, it can be making a decision also between two things, because it is a number 2, and that could be talking about partnership also. So you want to keep that in mind, okay, guys? So that's what I see, so far for the first path. Now let's move on to the second path. Some of you right now on the second path are feeling emotionally content. It could be that you're thinking about something that brings you the emotional contentment. It could be that you're around your kids and that brings you emotional contentment. Or it could be that you're thinking about somebody from your past that's bringing you emotional contentment. Okay, guys? So, I want to, go along a little further in this path before I can clarify. But, with the Ten of Cups also talks about ending the cycle, but feeling emotionally content as you end that cycle in your life, a period in your life that you've been working on. And that could be just finding stability for your children, for your family, you know what I mean, and finding the emotional contentment with your family at home with your kids. Okay, guys? The second card we got is teamwork, is working together with your family or with your spouse or an ex to bring about a future with more teamwork in it. Okay, you could be thinking about if you will be happy if the person you used to deal with would just be a team player and work on that energy. Okay. This also can be somebody getting support from somebody else, talking to a guidance counselor, getting counseling, maybe getting a little bit of marriage counseling in order to, because you're happy in your marriage and your kids, but, you might have problems, or your kids might be needing to go through certain types of counselings for certain reasons also. The Three of Coins also talks about creating, you know, putting the energy in to create what you want, because that's what threes are. Threes are creation, creating, you know, that same energy. If you look at the Empress in the first path, she's also a three, and that's also a creating energy, to create. Okay, guys. This is ending a cycle and being able to create something else, be able to add on to your family, to bring more abundance and emotional fulfillment to your kids, or to your spouse, or also this, I mean, this talks about putting the work in, also making sure that you're being diligent with your family, and, you know, putting in your effort, as, you know, into the things that need done at home. Okay, guys. Let me see. The third card we got is standing up for what you believe in. Okay, and that's the Seven of Wands. For your second path, you know, you probably need the support, and you probably going through you know, having some support or guidance, because, you know, you want your children to feel emotionally content, and maybe things are happening, things are going on around them, but this is somebody that really stands up for what they believe in. And maybe you believe if everybody works together as a team in your house, you know, yeah, we'll all be emotionally fulfilled and content if everybody would just pull their weight and work like a team instead of going against each other. You know what I mean? That could be on your second path. Can be your home with your children, you know, getting the support from your kids to help you around the house, being able, or getting support from your spouse, you know, with the kids, so that way you can get time to work on other projects in your house and create other things, you know what I mean? And finding the emotional fulfillment in that also, okay? So that's for the second path. The advice we got for the first path was the King of Swords, or is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords talk about speaking your truth, being very just and fair in what decisions you make, okay? Because, you know, in the first path, you know, if you're dealing with kids, you want to make sure you're being fair to your kids. You don't just walk away because you're just not happy, but that, you know, you really go in and find the truth and clarity you need to make sure you're not walking away for, you know, feeling of things that happened in the past, or having fears of raising your family in a toxic relationship like you was raised, okay? And you can't do that. You got to be able to be truthful and really understand those feelings and emotions from when you was younger, and not bring them into your future, because, you know, those just might be fears. Or it can be, you know, once you end those negative situations, you know, the end that negative situation, the end of that negative situation, the death of that negative situation, okay? Getting rid of it, letting it go, okay, guys? And you start standing in your power, you become more fair and just, you know, which brings that energy where you can be more understanding and truthful, and you can nurture and create something better for your family. Or if you're in a relationship, okay, guys? This can talk about if an ex comes back, to really understand about what went wrong in the relationship, and letting go of the negative things, you know, from the past, and be able to rebuild something new and truthful between the two. Okay, guys? So you can rekindle old friendships. You can heal your inner wounds from when you was a child. But it all takes a lot of energy of you going within yourself and understanding where those emotions are coming from and those feelings. And once you understand that, then you can speak your truth, and the truth will come out. Whatever it is that is causing these emotions and feelings, you'll be able to express, or you'll be able to let go, in order to you know, end that situation completely and move forward and start something new and give birth to something new, like I said earlier, you know, or, you know, I probably didn't say it, I probably thought it, but it's like a phoenix, you know what I mean? It's like the death of a phoenix and rising of a phoenix, you know what I mean? You want to let go of the old you and give birth to the new you. All right, guys? Now, the advice we got for the second path is, wow, look at that. This really talks about being able to socialize, celebrating yourself, or celebrating with your friends, feeling happy around friends. So maybe you're thinking about how things used to be back in the day with friends, you know what I mean? In this path, it feels like, you know, you can get together, or you worked, you know, you're looking at the past as all the things you've overcome and all the things you have accomplished to get to this point where you're at the 10 of Cups and you're emotionally fulfilled and content, and you're just thinking about the whole journey overall since you was a child until the point you got now. And with the three of cups, another being creative, but it also talks about celebration. What I can say with the three of cups is, I'm proud of you because you can celebrate yourself because you have changed, you have grown into something different, okay? And whether you're a man or a female, you're changing and you're not the person you used to be when you was a child. And all the things that you build or have done throughout your life, you've now stand in an emotional fulfilled environment, where you can sit at home and be happy and relax. That's what it really is be able to relax because you put the work in, and now it's time to celebrate. Go out with your friends and spend some time with your friends, right? Because you put all the work in. You put your weight, you pulled your weight, all right, into changing yourself or making things better for yourself or for your family or for your foundation, your home, or working with others, being the team player that you should be. And you stood up for what you believed in. And that's a big thing here in the second path, is that through the whole journey you stood up for what you believe in, and now you can relish in that. You can celebrate that. You can give yourself props for that, in other words, all right? Because you've matured, you became your own person. You're earning your power back, you're gaining your power back, and you can celebrate those minor obstacles in your life that you have accomplished. You know what I mean? Go out with your friends and celebrate. Go relax. You put all the work in. In the second path, it shows somebody that really worked, is very diligent, and likes to perfect things and be a team player. And you should be happy. You should be able to go out and celebrate that, okay? Or for some others in the second path, it talks about maybe a three-way situation, okay, where you finally decided that that's not what you want. You get out of a third party situation with an ex, and you just let go of them and bring what really gives you, or pursue what really brings you the emotional fulfillment you need for your future, and you stand up for what you believe in order to get to this part right here. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what it is. But for everybody's a little different. It depends on how the energy affects us. Okay, guys? Overall, in the second path, I do see somebody that's worked really hard to be a team player and put the work in to be emotionally fulfilled the way they are, content in their life and happy, because they really stuck hard with what they believe in, and use that drive and passion to bring about what they created. This is, like I said, another creation to create. Okay, you want to be able to create, and this is you creating yourself, bringing the new you out after learning and falling and getting back up in life. All right, so celebrate yourself in the second path.
Mommy.
All right, so like I said, just celebrate yourself. Now for the Six of Cups, I did pull out an advice card, and you have standing your ground, being stable and independent on your own. Even if you're in a relationship, being able to have your own independent thoughts and your own independent feelings about things within your relationship, and be able to have a voice, it's a good feeling. And if you're single, just being satisfied in being single, and because you put all the work for yourself. You're growing, and you wanted to ground yourself and find balance with your life. In the first path, I see somebody, okay, I see a couple scenarios here. For your first path advice, I see somebody at the end finally standing in your own power, in your own ground, in your own independence, making your own money, and letting go of those negative and toxic things in their lives, okay? And if that means you became single, then you became single, okay? If that's why you're single and you loving your life now, it's because you understand why you left the past in the past, why you left the ex in the past, because you took the time to really follow your feelings and understand them and dig deep into them. Go into those deep feelings and understand why you feel the way you do, even if it's because of the past or even your own childhood past, okay? For others, I see somebody walking away from a toxic relationship because they don't want to raise a family in a toxic relationship, because they was raised already in a toxic relationship when they were growing up, and they don't want to bring that upon their own children or family. So what they do is they left the toxic relationship in order, and this person could be pregnant, okay? So, I'm not saying all of you, but some of you might even be pregnant walking away from a toxic situation because you don't want to raise your kids in that toxic environment. All right, and you become single, independent, and on your own. You know what I mean? But you will be happy, and you will be creating something better and more nurturing for yourself or for your family if that's the case. Okay, guys? On the second path, I see you standing your ground, you having your own independent, even though you're a team player in your home, being very independent and standing your ground in the things you believe in. And, trying to get everybody in your family to work together as a team it's one thing. Another thing I see is being able to go out and socialize, all right, and go spend time with your friends, putting a lot of work into your family, always at home. And I know you're happy at home with your children, but you need some personal time for yourself as a person, okay, Taurus? And go out and be able to go out and socialize with your friends, all right? And that's just telling you to be more independent, to be able to go do your own thing once in a while, right? Now, at the end of the first path, we have a clarifier for the Empress, and we got the 7 Raphael. And the 7 of Raphael says, it's time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. A need for detoxification. So this goes hand in hand with this death. You need to let go of the intoxicating stuff in your life. All the negative stuff is the end of it. And really, let go of those things. It's done. It's time to put the swords down, and you can't even fight for it no more. It's time to let it go, okay? And walk away from it, all right? And, so you can, really make the decision to really create something better for you or for your family, if that's the case, okay, guys? But if somebody from the past is coming back, you want to make sure if it is somebody you really are in love with, okay, let's say, and let's say they just had bad habits that you didn't like. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this can be somebody in the same relationship but ending the negative part of that relationship, okay, guys? And being able to move forward and create something better for themselves, with each other, by ending and letting go of the negative stuff, okay? If you're single, or you have kids, it's time to make a decision, about what makes you happy, and, understand the feelings, following your heart and your intuition, and understanding those deep feelings of why you feel the way you do about the past or about kids. You know what I mean? And, making a decision to create something new and let go of the past, in other words, or let go of the old, once again, the phoenix bird. Give death to the old to give rebirth, to give birth to the new. In other words, the old you's gone, the new you's here, right, guys? All right. At the end of the second path, I'm clarifying the 7 of Wands. And for the 7 of Wands, you got the Page of Raphael. And an excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education, time to get to work. Okay, so this is the Page of Ariel talks about being balanced, educated, and reliable. Okay, so being reliable is the key thing in this reading. Is about you being reliable to your family, and also with friendships, and people that you deal with on your day-to-day, any relationship from the past. All right. You can learn a little bit, like the 3 of coins. You can learn from getting counselor or getting advice from other people. You might learn a thing or two about how to handle your own situation, or how to bring about your own emotional fulfillment at home with your kids or with your spouse. So with the clarifier for, even though, okay, she's fighting for what she believes in, is, like I said earlier, also leave room so you can hear others' beliefs, because sometimes you might learn something new. If we quiet ourselves down, we can hear others, and we, some things might change our perspective. It talks about balance also, and you got to find balance. You can't always be the one to have the say in the family. You got to let others have some type of point of view, okay, or be able to express some type of thought into what's going on in your household. Because, like I said, you got to be a team player. You got to all work together in order to make the emotional fulfillment at home, to continue the happiness at home. All right. And, taking time out to go out with your friends and stuff like that, guys, You know, it's cool. Maybe some friends that used to go to school with, you might learn something. You might start hearing how their lives were, and you know, things that they did that helped them bring more abundance or fulfillment into their lives with their family and their children and stuff like that, or even with exes and spouses, you know. But sometimes it's good to just, you know, give ourselves the opportunity to learn from others, okay, and work with others. All right. Now, um, for the Six of Cups, I got a clarifier also for your main situation. And you got the Nana Ariel. That's beautiful. Your dreams are being fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success. A love for the beautiful things of life. This is the same thing as the Nine of Coins, guys. All right? Your beginning and your ending. This is a full message. That's how I say when I see the same card come up twice like that. This is a very clear message. It's like, you know, be independent. Be creative. Go for the things you want. Be strong. Be stable. Be grounded in the things you want, whether it's with your family or relationship. Know that you're not the person you once used to be, and if you've grown, then you have accomplished a lot, and you can celebrate that now. You can be a better person. You are now walking in your truth and understanding who you are because you took the time to go into those deep feelings and understand that side of the path. And on this side of the path, you really fought for what you believe in, you know? You really took the time to fight for what you believe in. And because of that, you know, you're getting the things you want, the outcome you want, let's say. You're getting the outcome you want and the outcome you deserve. And, you know, you're standing in your power again. All right? That's a beautiful card. I'm going to read it to you again. Your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success. A love for beautiful things in life. And, you know, this is so, like, this is like, you know, making your situation more beautiful, you know, like getting out of the death energy and going into the Empress, more beautiful. Getting out of the, you know, that kind of nostalgia, you know, that you know, not knowing if, you know, you have the supporter now and being completely emotionally fulfilled, okay? But being very independent and wanting to do things a little bit your way. But don't forget to listen to others, okay, guys? It's all right to be independent and stable and grounded, but, you know, leave room for growth and leave room to listen to others because we always need somebody there for us in life. And the clarifier we did get for the Nine of Coins is the Five of Raphael. And this is, you know, everything happens for a reason. Walking away from things that no longer serve you. All right? That is your, and, you know, like the your main situation advice clarifier card. Is like you're letting go of things that don't deserve you. The things that don't deserve you, that are negative within you, any, you know, that don't suit you, you're letting it go. The things that you believe, the things that, what you believe that brings you emotional fulfillment, all right, and you're strong in those beliefs, and if nobody agrees with you and they don't believe in it, you're probably going to let them go. You know, you'll probably walk away from it, but at the end of the day, you're just walking away from all the things that no longer serve you, okay, guys? And going, you know, following your intuition, going into something more fulfilling emotionally, you know, for yourself as a person or for your family, all right, guys? Everything happens for a reason. Release the regret. Embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining in things. All right? And that is your clarifier card for your advice card for your main situation. All right? Your outcome card. Down to the outcome card, guys. Okay? This one's for this path. Sorry. This one's for this path. And this one's for this path. All right? And I'm just going to do this to save a little bit more time. I'm going to flip them at the same time. Because these two readings are very, 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 you know, similar in so many ways. But for the first path, we got decisions, okay? Making decisions. Release yourself from the which holds you back. A need to detox. Unnecessary worries based on a lack of self-confidence. And that's true. That's the same thing the death card's telling you. You need to let go of the negative stuff that no longer serves you emotionally in your life so you can be able to make room for the good stuff and the nurturing stuff to create something new and more fulfilling for you and your family or for you and a spouse, okay? Because this is you feeling stuck in a cage in your house, and maybe you are, for some of you, you are in a toxic relationship and y'all have to let go and you have to get out of that. All right? You have to get out of that situation. You could, with this outcome card, you know, you're not trapped. You're able to walk out of a situation even though you feel like you're trapped. Okay, guys? And it's telling you, let go. Even if it's something that happened when you was younger, it no longer serves you now to hold on to that, to the pain and the insecurity from the past. It's time to let all that go so that way you can start healing the inner child within yourself. It's time to make a decision to create your future the way you want, more nurturing and loving. Okay, guys? And for the second path, we got the sun. And the sun says life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. And that's all has to do with what you believe in and having the strength and the power, and also being truthful and clear and, using your being independent of about how you feel about things and standing your ground and being stable. Being more grounded and stable. And, that's very important, especially when you want to be independent thinker in your family. All right. You want to make sure, but you also want to be a team player. And sometimes being a team player shuts your mouth, sometimes even being a team player can shut our voice out. You know what I mean? And it's telling you to be a team player, but, still speak, still voice your opinions, still be able to fight for what you believe in within that relationship, within your household, within your family, with your kids, okay? But, always work, ask for the support, ask for advice if you need it, if you need guidance, look for it. But, always have your own power too and fight for what you believe in, but be a team player. And, if you need to seek any counseling, then do that. But at the end of the day, the sun is letting you know that everything will be okay. This is the light at the end. This is being, the sun is like being very honest and being very innocent and very, it's like, it's somebody thinking, very positive and looking at things in a more positive light, not looking at nothing negative and hoping for the best outcome, okay? And that's the energy you want to go into when you're looking at the second path. You just want to look for the best outcome for your whole family, not just for yourself, even though you strongly believe in what you believe, but make sure that everybody else got a voice and that you got your own voice in the situation too, okay, guys? Well, that's all I have for you guys, Tauruses. Thank you very much for your time. As always, follow your own intuition in any situation, okay, guys? Namaste.